Well, now, friendly friends, let me give you a little primer here on something that you're going to be amazed about. Now, looky here. Joe DiMaggio and Frank Sinatra are sitting in a bar one night, right by where I am. And Joe DiMaggio had just been divorced from Marilyn Monroe, you know. And so they're sitting there in this bar, and a horse comes in. And Frank says to him, "Hey, buddy, why the long face?" Any reaction? I've been telling that joke for 30 years and I never get a laugh, so I'm hoping somebody out there will laugh at that one. Send in a note that says that you laughed. Then they're sitting there, and I'm going to get to the story in a second, but this bar action you got to know about. Then a giraffe comes in there, and on the other side of a bar, a big fight breaks out. And Frank says, "Why don't you go over and stop that fight? You a big guy." Giraffe says, "No, I don't like to stick my neck out." Anything? Kind of corny, I know, but let me try one more. They're still in that bar, and a little squirrel comes scampering on in, says to the bartender, "Hey, buddy, I would like a drink." And the bartender looks at him and says, "Well, what are you going to pay with?" And the squirrel says, "Well, you know, I'll just give you my nuts." Bartender says, "Get the hell out of this bar right now, you son of a bitch." Is anybody laughing out there? I don't know. I don't think so. But let me tell you now about the story I want to edify you with, and get ready for some edification. Now, you see that apartment over there? That is known. This is Kilkea Drive. It's right off of Fairfax and, what is it? Oh, Melrose down here. It's right below West Hollywood. This is, I guess, L.A., but it's almost West Hollywood. So if you know any of that area there. Anyway, Frank the Crank and Joe DiMaggio, they heard from somebody from the rumor mill that Marilyn Monroe, who Joe had just divorced like a couple of weeks before, was in the second story of this apartment here with a woman friend, and they were doing all kinds of things that women do together. And it was shocking to Joe and Frank because, you know, especially Frank, he's a master of the universe. We got a jogger coming here. Maybe it looks a little like Ringo Starr with the shades and the gray beard. Maybe it is. Maybe that is Ringo, and I should get an autograph, but I think I'll pass. But anyway, Frank the Crank says to Joe, "We can't allow this." So they go over to this apartment here, and they bust in. I think they got it wrong. They bust in the bottom floor, but she was really on the second story, behind one of those windows, doing things that I just can't go into right now, but you could try to guess at it if you like. Might put a little smile on your face. I know it does me. But so they break into this place, and they have the wrong apartment. She and her girlfriend are on the second story, as you can see, but they broke into number one. And down on number one, there was a little old lady, lived by herself. She was like 80 years old. She was like Aunt B, they say. And, you know, they broke in there, and she turned around and sued them for $100,000. And she finally settled for $7,500. And Frank the Crank and Joe had to fix her front door that they kicked in. So now that is known as the wrong way incident, or, you know, the followed up incident with Sinatra and DiMaggio. And now I'm going to go right by this place here. It's 754 Kilkea, right off of Melrose. And you can see here that there's a guy here who's getting frustrated about something. But right up there, you see that little window right above that awning? Well, right there, I think, is where they said that this all went down with Marilyn. So the question I wanted to know was, what were they doing when all of this raid was going on? And you know what they did? Well, Marilyn, I think, the whole time with all this commotion down there on the first floor, she just kept her head down. And down. And down. And I think she was a very smart woman. I think I'd have done the same thing. Wouldn't you? I'll see you later. That's the wrong door. No, it's the wrong door raid of Sinatra and Di Maggio. Thank you very kindly, friends.